Alright, we need to go to Queen's Gambit and talk to Three-Toe Huadiv. Just to see if everything's good and the path is clear. Which, I'm guessing it's not. And if it is, something's gonna happen. Surely something's gonna happen. Wait. Okay.
Easy, easy.
You're fine. So which way am I going? This way. Alright. We need to jump. Oh, there's something there. Was it do your part? If I have to listen to that rancid Do Your Part for Zero Dawn song one more time, I swear I'm going to stab out my eardrums before the melody can fester in my ear canals. It is not inspiring. It is not... was that stirring? It is... Drek? What? That makes me want to kill myself before the robots even get a chance. I would literally give my life right now to kill the asshole who composed that goddamn thing. Can this apocalypse at least have a decent soundtrack? Is this
Full already.
Free-Toe Huadiv? And why is he called Free-Toe Huadiv? Has he got 3 toes on 1 foot?
You're Three-Toe Huadiv, right? Vanasha sent me. What happened?
I got hornswoggled, that's what. Vanasha batted her lashes, wiggled her hips, and promised us treasure. Clear a path for the royals, she said. Sneak past the garrison and skewer a few watches. Hardly a bother. Little did we know there was a damned monstrosity lurking underground. When will I learn not to gawk at skinny girls?
Why do you think Vanasha swindled you?
My crew came to Sunfall because we heard the bounties were fat. She offered us the fattest one of all, enough to retire on. It's my own damned fault for taking the bait. Should have known I'd end up with a rupture in my useful parts.
So Vanasha needed safe passage for Nasadi and Idaman, but it didn't work out?
She made it sound so sweet and easy. Find the best path to the lake, make sure it's safe. What could go wrong? Turns out, a lot. Like bloody murder in the grinding jaws of a heinous death beast.
Something attacked you from underground.
Oh, you picked that up, did you? I wondered why the Shadow Carja didn't pay attention to the pass. Well, they don't need to. A rock-eating demon guards it for them. It tunnels in the dirt, breaks through the earth, and blasts rocks from its stinking face. I barely escaped. My comrades weren't so lucky. I might shed a tear if they weren't all cutthroats and cheaters.
Vanasha will be here soon with Nasadi and Idaman. I've got to destroy that thing in the pass before they arrive.
You're not too bright, are you? Well, we didn't last long against it, but I'll tell you what I know. It has armor everywhere, a little less at the rear. And when it goes underground, it will lose track of you if you're quiet. You might even be able to keep it from going under altogether if you hit its big crooked arms hard enough. That's all I can offer, friend. I promise to look solemn at your funeral before I hit the bar.
It's not gonna happen. If you're gonna be drinking, it's in celebration of my victory, not my death.
Well, here I am.
Oh, and there it is. Oh, shit! Fucking hell! Got you, bitch! Well, they've never done that before, where they're like headbutting me from underground. I got him. So is that it? I think that's it. That was so bad.
To me.
Back!
By the radiant sun, I can't believe it. I thought that evil rock chewer would grind you up. After that miracle, all we can do is wait. Banasha will be here soon, along with a boat that'll take the royals across the lake.
Ah, little huntress. Glad you accepted my invitation to play bodyguard. Where are your men, Huadiv? It looks like something chewed you up and spat you out.
That's pretty much exactly what happened.
The way is clear. Can we go?
I like how you always cut to the chase. In this case, literally. It won't be long before you're followed. Don't be afraid, Your Radiance. We've got excellent protection. Oh dear. Here come the Shadow Carja, and they're very angry with me.
I'll hold them off.
Very noble of you, but when I start a fuss, I like to finish it. Not that your assistant isn't welcome. Huadiv, get Itaman and his mother to the shore. Carefully. So it comes to this. I must say, after 2 years under the heel of these zealots, I'm ready to extract a little blood.
Alright, let's kill them all then. Place traps. Alright. Where are they going to be coming from?
They won't see it coming.
How many traps am I placing? Alright. Alright, place enough traps.
Here they are. Let's make it hurt, shall we?
Alright, we'll let them walk in. Alright, I can't really see them, it's a bit dark. Oh, there you go. They walked into one of the traps.
You're sneaky!
You're a sneaky? You what?
When one has to fight, well, that was entertaining. But I suspect we're not done.
No.
The bastards, get ready.
I'll see him. I'm gonna get on her side because that's.
Do me a kindness and stay still.
I'm gonna stay on this side. And then hopefully they run towards me and into my traps. Yep, there you go. Alright, waiting. Are they coming or what? I didn't see him.
Well now, seems I worked up a bit of a sweat.
That was it. That was barely anything. That wasn't that bad. That wasn't that bad. Like, that was it. It was actually like not even a dozen of them. And only like a couple watchers, that was it. Like, not much of a group of like Carja Shadow or Shadow Carja or whatever.
Not too much already.
That was way too easy. Might as well pick all my traps back up then, since not all of them went off, but at least some of them did. I should have probably used the other weapon that I have that can set traps up. Should have probably done that one. And also, I didn't really know which direction they came from. They came from that way and that way, but then they went in between like the rocks and stuff. Oh, what's this? A deposit. Oh yeah, it takes a while to search these. Yeah, I'll take it. What have these two got? Metal burn and wire. Yeah, whatever. Oh, there's another deposit. What's on this one? And why do they take so long to search? Yeah. And then it does that shit, it just sinks. We should probably catch up with the others.
I don't want to jinx it, but we might be in the clear. A bit late, aren't we, gentlemen?
Sorry, ma'am. The boat's waiting.
Damn, I spoke too soon.
This one's mine. Get to the boat.
You know, this time I think I might be out of my league. If anything happens to her, I will be very cross.
We're not going anywhere.
Let's do this, boys! Oh shit, it's a Thunderjaw. Oh, there's a... Get it! You missed. Got him.
Shadow take you!
Bitch. Right, you boys good? Are they both alive?
By the sun, victory is ours.
Yeah. Well, where's the other one? Is he dead? I guess he died. Because I don't see him. Or maybe he survived. Either way, that corrupted Thunderjaw got absolutely demolished. Alright, now it's time to get my rewards. Yeah, that's mine. Pick that up. Alright, search him. Alright, what's this Thunderjaw got for me?
I can't spare the weight.
Alright, I need to drop something then. What could I drop? I'll drop one of those. Yeah, I've got plenty of those. I'll pick that up. Alright, let's head back, boys. We're done. Not that I really needed your help, but I guess it was welcome because you were distracting the Thunderjaw. And I don't see what the hell you could do with your weapons. Since I can do mine at close, mid or long range, you have to get in up to it. Don't see how you're going to fare well against a Thunderjaw with a pike, like a axe pike.
Not exactly a royal barge, is it? Oh well, defectors can't be choosers. Let's get aboard, shall we? You've done a good thing. Maybe even ended a war.
Maybe. But my war just keeps going.
Welcome home. You have nothing to fear. You are now under the protection of the Sundom. My protection. As is your mother, she will not be harmed. You have my word, the law of the sun. Aloy, it seems I see your influence everywhere. You've done so much for the Sundom, and it will always be appreciated. You have my thanks. May you walk in the light.
Appalling. I spent 2 years in the Forbidden West setting this up, and the redhead gets all the credit?
I'm still getting paid, right?
You'll be lucky if I let you live. I couldn't have done this without you. When we meet again, I'll give you a proper thanks. I promise.
Aided the defectors. Of course I get all the credit, bitch. I did all the fucking work. Like, you may have set this up, but it wouldn't have happened without my help. Like, she said it herself when the Thunderjaw started coming along. She's like, I'm out of my league. It's like, no shit.
Some Oseram girl applied to the city guard the other day.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, I can see your sarcasm is so bright, you dumbass. Okay, what else is there to do? I think it's just to the main quest. All the way back here. I don't know, I feel like I'm maybe halfway or like not far off the end, but I don't know. How far away am I from finishing this game? Because I don't think I'm that far off. Like, I think I'm past halfway, for sure. I think. Anyway, it's time to get on with this mission. Little quest. Go to the Grand Balcony.
Must have been so scared when they came for him.
Well, they're not here anymore, are they?
The balustrade. It's a short drop from there.
Okay. Well, it's a bit quiet, isn't it? Nothing's really happening. Which way am I going? This way. Oh. Oh, this is dodgy. And why am I going down?
The other side of the tower. Look for a vent.
I see you've been here before.
Obviously. Now, it's very important that you hear what I'm about to say. I've shown you the way in, but this humble vent marks a point of no return. Before you descend into the depths here, you should be fully committed, equipped, and focused. No distractions. If you have errands to run, do them first or hold your peace. I won't tolerate whining. Is that clear?
You'll tolerate what I give you, Silence. I didn't ask you along for the ride.
Yeah, you dickhead, let's go.
I'm heading down.
I've spent a lifetime trying to uncover the secrets of this world. Where the machines came from. How the old ones achieved such marvels only to fall into silence and death. A lifetime of failure, as year by year, decade after decade, I hit walls I could not break, doors I could never breach.
Hello.
Until a Nora huntress marched out of the savage east. And voila, for her, all the deepest secrets of the earth were laid bare. I suspect you will have an easier time with this door than I did years ago.
Hold for identiscan. Genetic profile confirmed. Entry authorized. Malfunction. 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 Malfunction.
Are you kidding me?
You don't hear me laughing.
Shut up. There's gotta be another way. Hey! Elizabeth Sobeck here! Requesting access!
Access request acknowledged. Root command functions available. Do you wish to proceed?
I do! Get me through this door!
Analyzing. Primary access inoperable due to mechanical failure. Emergency venting procedure likely to circumvent blockage. Do you wish to proceed?
Yes.
Emergency venting authorized.
I underestimated you. So by now,
Guess you can't have everything.
that will draw attention. We won't have this place to ourselves for long now.
We? Last I checked, I was the one risking my life down here.
Yes, fine. Now will you please get moving? There's so much to learn in less time than I'd hoped.
Alright. We're here.
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn.
Zero Dawn. We found it.
Are you really so surprised?
Facility diagnostics detect multiple failures. Attempting repair.
So, what was this room?
An entrance hall, perhaps. Have a look around.
Alright. Well, what's this? Another incident? From lounge staff to admin, subject another incident. This morning's unfortunate incident with Dr. Popovich is another example of the reception's need for additional support. We appreciate that Zero Dawn is an immensely complicated project, but as the staff who serve on the front line, we're tired of being neglected. As we have already requested, we need human translators, fluent in Polish for example, security staff who can subdue enraged embryologists for example, and dermal sedatives to calm persons who are screaming in Polish while hurling chairs and vases at reception staff, for example. Yes, most of the candidates are reasonably calm and well behaved, but we need help handling the exceptions to that rule. Please respond. I don't think that anyone responded to that. And am I at the end of the game? Because Silence was like, you know, this is like the point of no return. If you got anything else to do, do it now. Make sure you got everything you need to do this. Like, sometimes they do it in a game where like you get a text bubble on the screen saying this is like the last mission or something like that, and then it's like you will not be able to stop once you start. And that's what it sounded like when Silence said, you know, this is the point of no return. So it's like, is this the end? Is this like the last main mission? We need support too. From reception staff to admin, subject we need support too. Reception staff continues to require additional support managing ZD candidates when they arrive at the facility. Many are frightened or confused, some are highly agitated. These are not the sort of persons who are accustomed to having information withheld from them. At minimum, we need human translators. The Lang bots are not sufficient. And mild sedatives for the extreme cases. Any and all support would be welcome. Perhaps you could start by responding to one of these emails. So, perhaps this is the last mission.
Please take a seat and wait for your name to be called. A selection of beverages and snacks are available.
Smaller room.
Well, I think those beverages and snacks are going to be a bit past their sell-by date. So I think I'll pass on that. Soundproofing. From lounge staff to admin, subject soundproofing. Would it be possible to improve the soundproofing between VR1 and the lounge area? Most of the candidates stay quiet during the presentation, but the ones who scream or sob can be painfully heard by candidates waiting their turn in the lounge. Just a thought.
Please proceed into viewing room 1 for an important message regarding the purpose of your visit.
Right, what's this? Restock or else. From lounge staff to admin, subject restock or else. For the 5th time, please restock the lounge's selection of herbal teas. If I have to listen to one more egghead for a tantrum because we're out of the organic cucumber mint or blackberry sage varietals, I'm going to lose it. Please respond, and this time, No tempest in a teapot or steep demand. Joke's okay? What? That's not real tea. What kind of shit tea are they drinking? That's like pussy tea, that is. Open the door.
What was this place?
A holographic theater.
CD-01 data intact. Initiating playback.
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn. I am General Harris, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff of the United States of America. I'm sure you've heard the rumors. That Zero Dawn is a top-secret superweapons program. The technological miracle that will save us from the Pharaoh Plague, if Operation Enduring Victory can hold off the robots long enough. The reason I'm sure you've heard the rumors is that I'm the one who spread them, and they are all lies. Zero Dawn is not a superweapons program, and it will not save us. Nothing will save us. Here's why. By the time the glitch was noticed, it was already too late. Nothing could stop the Pharaoh Plague. Nothing can. Its robots will continue to replicate and devour the biosphere. Life on Earth will be destroyed. Our planet reduced to a barren sphere. Global extinction is inevitable. No matter how many we kill, the robots just keep exponentially making more. If we had their deactivation codes, we could shut them all down. The entire swarm. But since their cryptographic protocols use polyphasic entangled waveforms, cracking a code set would take half a century. At best, we've got 16 months. Not exactly what you'd call a survival option. The destruction of a biosphere is not the sort of apocalypse you can wait out in a fallout shelter or a space station. There will be no Earth left to reclaim. Just a lifeless, toxic rock with several million Pharaoh robots on it, hibernating, waiting for something to eat. This is the horrible truth behind the lies of Operation Enduring Victory. My lies. Lies designed to inspire millions of innocents to sacrifice themselves in battle. Why? One reason. To buy time for you. And the work you will do here. Zero Day, the day that life on Earth ceases to exist, is coming fast. It cannot be stopped. The hope of Zero Dawn is that something new might come after. But I will leave it to Elizabeth Sobek to shine that thin ray of light into the darkness. Harris, out.
Doesn't make sense. Life on Earth didn't cease to exist.
He said it could not be stopped.
But it was. Somehow Elizabeth saved us. I've got to keep looking. Find out how she did it.
Well, yeah, something must have happened. If all life on Earth was going to be completely wiped out and the whole planet was going to be uninhabitable for any form of life and nothing would be left apart from the machines and that's it, then you think, how is it that there is still life on this planet, that life still kept going? So it's like something must have changed. Like they must have been able to have done something to stop it from happening. Because obviously life didn't cease to exist.
They got in through the vents.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Let nothing stop you from learning the truth.
Spread out! If it moves, kill it!
What is this place? Tomb?
And all this time, Zero Dawn was just a lie. None of it was.
It is accurate, yes.
A weapon.
These mechanical monstrosities, they don't just kill people. They feed off them.
Not just people, all organic matter.
Every living thing dissolves into nutrients. Millennia of evolution liquefied. The miracle of life reduced to bloody biofuel.
In a word, yes.
Who did this? Pharaoh? That arsehole. Is he here?
No, Doctor.
Please, tell him Tom Pike wants a word. Now, get off! Get off! Doctor, please, you get Ted Pharaoh in here!
Calm down, mate.
Want to discuss?
Whew. So Mama, she was right.
Pardon?
My mother, she took her Bible real serious. Not just Texas Bible serious, Pentecostal serious. Favorite chapter? Revelations. Now, I didn't always understand her on account of all that speaking in tongues and such, but when she did use her words, there was always end times this and lake of fire that on account of sinful lifestyles. Speaking of which, mind if I smoke? We're too close to electronic equipment to stop us now. Sorry, darling. The data points, what did they contain?
Well, I mean, I was just listening to that. So I need to listen to that again.
Want to discuss? Want to discuss?
Whew. So Mama, she was right.
Pardon?
My mother, she took her Bible real serious. Not just Texas Bible serious, Pentecostal serious. Favorite chapter? Revelations. Now, I didn't always understand her on account of all that speaking in tongues and such, but when she did use her words, there was always end times this and lake of fire that on account of sinful lifestyles. Speaking of which, mind if I smoke?
A tobacco cigarette.
Sorry, darling. My taste run classic. Compliments to your team tracked me down. Been a price on my head 18 months now. Sterling Malkeet was me, don't mind admitting. Been plenty of snakesters chasing the bounty, too. But I kept the zigging to their zag. How'd you finger me?
I believe Dr. Sobek listed you as an alpha candidate. Priority snatch and grab.
Always suspected she had a little thing for me. Hey, I don't suppose you got real coffee in this place. You know, blood coffee? Conflict cappuccinos?
Mr. Tate, I'm clearing you to proceed. Just go.
Okay. Alright, now let's listen to this one.
You previously worked for Faro Automated Systems.
On the Chariot Line self-replication routines. I came here thinking this was a rendition. When your people took me, I thought, about time. I've been trying to swallow the guilt every day since...
Would you like to take a moment?
No, I really hoped Zero Dawn was a way to undo it all. My work. And I'm sorry to say I was ever proud of it, but Ted could really sell a concept, and in the labs, in the light of creation, that first test run, when you saw they understood their own structures, could rebuild themselves from memory and light, there were no limits. God, there were no limits.
And look what happened. The entire fucking planet paid the price, didn't it? Almost.
With Suzanne Alpert, environmental scientist. Doctor?
I'm sorry, I wasn't,
Just stating your name. What were you thinking about, Doctor?
Nothing the General said, not really. I was on the Syzygy East Response Team in 2051, just after the second earthquake compromised the reactor. I still dream about it, after all these years. The red zone spreading on the imaging, slowly, so slowly, like a hand opening its fingers.
Your involvement in that event is why you were asked for by name.
Really? That's interesting. Because nothing worked. Nothing could grow there again. It was a catastrophic failure. But the red zone is a blip compared to global-scale biomass reduction. The biosphere and hydrosphere will collapse, render the Earth uninhabitable long before the robots finish us. Enduring victory can't buy time against that. So, you'd better show me what Zero Dawn really is.
And that's the thing, like, if the machines were going to completely destroy life on Earth and destroy the planet itself to the point where no form of life could live on it, the only thing left with that would be the machines, then what happened? Because obviously life is still carried on, there's still people, there's still animals, there's still vegetation, like life carried on, so something must have happened, like something must have been done before the whole life on Earth died and the whole planet became uninhabitable. Something must have happened, and I'm sure we'll find it out. Hopefully. What's this counselor guidelines? Okay, for debriefing after presentation 1, candidates must be allowed to ask questions and be given the necessary time to fully absorb the information they have received. It is important to be aware that candidates have just been exposed to triggers for severe mental and emotional trauma. Do not assume silence or outward calmness indicates acceptance. It is essential to stress that all other options for combating the Pharaoh Plague and preventing the continuation of human life have been considered and found unworkable. Communicate this fact calmly but clearly and firmly. Familiarise yourself with data on the catastrophic environmental impact of nuclear engagements versus the swarm. Addendum B1. And unfeasibility of maintaining life in orbital, lunar or undersea structures. Addenda C1, C2, C3. So that you can counter candidates' objectives in depth. If a candidate asks for time alone to review supplementary information, allow this without hesitation. Be sure to inform security personnel so the candidate can be monitored for attempts at self-harm. Candidates should only be cleared to proceed to presentation 2 if you believe their mental state is sufficiently stable. Note that real-time support will be available via your focus. Security and medical crisis teams are data corrupted. But the world's coming to an end. They're still getting counselling.
I'm sure you now understand the urgency of why we brought you here, Ms. Okilo.
Captain Okilo, are you trying to thank me for not resisting?
I believe we couldn't negotiate a diplomatic solution.
When it came to my country's lithium, it was always a swarm that would be sent to negotiate. Metallurgic International, US Robot Command. The markings changed, but the robots were the same.
You have had considerable experience in human-robot conflict.
Yes, and I've got the prosthetic limbs to show it. Yet I continue to face this horror, even though the challenge was great. Cyber warfare. I thought Zero Dawn would be a Manhattan project to generate the deactivation codes. With the resources I had, I estimated code breaking to be a hopeless endeavor. I was almost looking forward to being proved wrong.
Unfortunately, your estimation was correct.
As your General Hera said. So then, you did not bring me here to commiserate. What is left?
Nothing, that's what. So if Zero Dawn wasn't a weapons program, what was it? Because they said no way you could survive at all. Like under the sea, in space, in orbit, like in a mountain or underground. Like there was no way to survive what would happen after the swarm like did its thing and killed life on Earth and destroyed the Earth itself. So what was Zero Dawn for then? Because that general guy said that that victory thing was just bullshit to keep people fighting to buy them time for their Zero Dawn project. Only to find out that it wasn't a weapons program, and he started that bullshit rumor of it was a weapons program, but it wasn't. Just to buy time, to give people hope, to keep fighting, to buy them enough time with this Zero Dawn project. But it's like, what was it? If it wasn't a weapons program, what was it? And it could have been like, oh, just to kind of wait it out sort of thing, because they said you wouldn't survive no matter what you did. Whether you're in space or in the ocean, or in the ground, you wouldn't survive.
Look, let's cut the mystery. You're building a colony ship. It's obvious. and it's not gonna fly. I mean, literally. Remember the Odyssey? That multinational heap of space junk that's been in graveyard orbit since 57? That went nowhere real slow, and you have to get somewhere real fast. Do you have any idea the immensity of the challenge to prep a new colony ship in time?
To be clear, I'm not a worker on the project.
Do you even understand how few people it could save? The whole generation ship concept is not gonna happen. It's the first thing you'd abandon in favor of embryonics. For that kind of storage, we're talking a lot of bulk, a lot of power, a lot of resources. So even if you do it, even if you build it and point it at Sirius X, there's no room for people on that thing, all right?
If you could try to remain calm.
You people are crazy if you think you're getting off this rock. No one's getting off.
Medical.
Well, it seems like he has this theories of a colony ship flying out to space. I mean, it's not like they couldn't do that. Like, that seems like the only way they could survive is if they built a spaceship and flew out to space and went to another planet in our galaxy. Like, if you couldn't survive on our planet, then perhaps the only way you could survive is if you took a ship and went to another planet in our galaxy. And that would seems like the only way you would survive. If you could, no matter what you did, survive on our planet, then the only way would be to just go to another planet. But I don't think that's what happened anyway, or could happen. Even though it seems like... Oh.
Data intact. Initiating playback.
Elizabeth Sobek.
You've heard the bad news, and it's all true. The Pharaoh Plague is devouring the biosphere. Life itself will cease to exist. But does that have to be the end? What if we could give life a future? What if we could build a kind of seed from which, on a dead planet, life could blossom anew? This is the aim, the hope, of Project Zero Dawn. To create a super-intelligent, fully automated terraforming system and bring life back from lifelessness. What would such a system require? At its core, it would need a true AI, fully capable of making the trillions of decisions necessary to reconstitute the biosphere. An immortal guardian, devoted to the reflourishing of life. We call it Gaia. Mother Nature as an AI. But that's just the core of the system. She will need to be surrounded and empowered by a comprehensive suite of subordinate functions. Think of them as extensions of Gaia's mind, each dedicated to a specific purpose. Now, these aren't AIs, but make no mistake, each presents an engineering challenge more profound than anything the human species has ever before attempted. Hardware that preserves and then gestates the billions of seeds and embryos from which life will be reborn. The construction of underground facilities to hold it all. And that's just the start. We don't have to build the entire system. The beauty of a fully automated terraforming system is that it can build itself. Now, over the days to come, you'll learn how all these functions, all these pieces that you'll be working on, fit together. How we'll race the clock to execute our harvest initiatives, write the software, build the tech and the facilities. How we'll lock it down and seal it up before the inevitable occurs. But even more important, you'll know how it doesn't end here. How Gaia will generate those deactivation codes General Harris talked about, and build the transmission arrays to broadcast them, shutting down the Pharaoh robots for good. How Gaia will not just build, but imagine any conceivable robot it needs to do its work across centuries. From detoxifying the Earth's ravaged atmosphere and poisoned seas, to the regreening of the Earth from cryopreserved seed stalks, to rewilding the Earth with animal life. And then, when all that is done, how a new generation of human beings, spawned at cradle facilities around the globe, will partake of Apollo, the vast archive of human knowledge and cultural achievement from which they will learn of us, our world. And most important, how not to repeat our mistakes. It's not an impossible dream. It is within our grasp if we work tirelessly and stop at nothing to achieve it. We can't stop life from ending. But if you will help me, help Gaia, we can give it a future. Join me and help make that future real.
The whole Earth destroyed, but then remade?
Yes. By a machine. A machine of creation.
Elizabeth did this. For life, for us. But why Hades then? If it was part of Gaia, how did it end up in the wreckage of a Pharaoh robot? And why does it want to kill me? And Apollo, the Archive of Knowledge, what happened to that?
I'm as confused as you are. Maybe the answers lie ahead.
Maybe, but that was a lot of information. So that's what the Zero Dawn project was basically a way to create life again after the world died. So that's why all those machines are out there, because they're out there to recreate life back on Earth, which is what they've been doing for hundreds of years. But then why are they so hostile towards humans? Okay. This is mental. Like, finding all this out. Counselor guidelines. Yeah, that's fascinating. You don't really care. What's over here? Something else to listen to.
Of course I'll do it. To be given the opportunity to rebuild what the damage that I don't feel worthy of it, but I will do it, absolutely.
I want to stress that this was never about your culpability.
It is to me. Dr. Sobek, Margot, they were smart to get out of Pharaoh when they did, but not one of us took it as a warning sign. It just told ourselves that we're cut out for the BTRI cabals. That's the better than rapid innovation. Better at competing, better than the next guy, a better killing machine. Isn't it just amazing how a century and a half of science fiction did nothing to swerve our species from the path of doom? I mean, I'm done with that life. I mean, I will work hard, twice as hard to earn this, for my family to have a place in Elysium. I never thought that there could be atonement.
That's the thing, the human race will never learn. Like, we've seen that throughout history. They never learn, and they never will. Like, we are destined to destroy ourselves.
If you're still nauseous.
No, the inhibitors have kicked in. I can't feel the back of my tongue. I wish I could tell you I'd believe in this. But the damage is too great, too extensive, too complete. With all respect to Dr. Sobek's work at Miriam, no. No, life doesn't always find a way to keep going. Sometimes it never comes back. Like Syzygy East. Like the Congo. Like Timo. Like us. That's our reward? A buried city full of terminal patients waiting out the clock?
You'd grow old together, with your loved ones, in safety.
I don't have loved ones. I suppose I could start a family?
I'm afraid not. All inhabitants of Elysium will be medically sterilized. A habitat capable of sustaining a starting base of 2,000 individuals for up to 100 years is a huge challenge, Dr. Alpert. If the population grows instead of diminishes, everyone will be dead inside 30 years.
I knew it. I just couldn't bring myself to say the words.
I'm sorry?
Finish it. Medical euthanasia. I want no part of this. I just want it over.
I see. Protocols require a 48-hour waiting period, after which...
Oh, it just cuts off. Okay.
See to make sure I behave this time?
Security, for your protection. Would you like to discuss how you're feeling?
Sure. I'll tell you. Surprised. No, flabbergasted. Like my old man would say, flabbergasted. That vein pumping in his forehead. I thought you people were just completely underprepared for a spaceflight project. But now I can see it's worse. Much worse. Sobek is a total fantasist, a dangerous fantasist. He's kind of blue skying. It's... Jesus. I'm sorry we wasted each other's time. I'm ready to leave now.
I'm afraid that's not possible.
Everything you're talking about here isn't possible.
I recommend you read the documents regarding your options.
I've seen enough. I'm getting out of here. What are you... You know... Get your hands off me!
Alright, sounds like they weren't letting you leave. Doesn't sound like anyone was allowed to leave. Oh, what's this? Oh, a necklace. Nice. Oh, can I go in here? Oh, I can. What is in here? What the hell is this room? What the hell is this room? Alright, I'm out. Get me out! Okay, I don't think there's anything else. Alright, let's get out of here. Open the door.
Intruder!
What?
Get her!
Bad
Oh.
day for one of
Whatever
us.
you do, don't die.
Got him.
I hashed it out with them, what the point of Artemis was. I made it clear I wasn't on board for a global zoo. We haven't exactly proved ourselves to be great custodians in the past few thousand years. So the idea of a reconstituted biosphere, well, it's horrifying, isn't it? A complete horror show. We have no right to take a best guess at this stuff. But the alternative? Nothingness. For there to have been all this and then nothing. And with Charles Ronson running the show, I respect him. He's got a passion to him. He's hot-blooded. So I said I'll do it. I'll put my all into this, literally. When the project is done, I'll take the medical option, thank you. Counselor said I might change my mind. I told him that he didn't know me very well then. For life's sake, I'll do the dirty work. But I want no part of this pathetic, attenuated future on offer. I'm an outdoors man. Never did like the feel of solid-state lighting on my skin. And a wee bit of a claustrophobe, anyway.
A little bit of a claustrophobe. Alright, oh, wait. Oh, so that's just, okay, it's just a little gap into the next room. Right, well, I'm not going to go for just yet. Obviously, I'm going to explore. See if there's anything, you know, like this.
Zero Dawn. It is art, in a way. An expression on the grandest scale. But there is so much unfairness. Why was I chosen? Was it decided by committee? By algorithm? My family will be saved because I happen to graduate in art history? Is this right?
Dr. Sauvé? Christina Sauvé?
Yes? I met a man, another historian. His fields are Bauhaus and the New Materialists. But he once attended one of my talks. Another unfair chance. Of all the many people in that auditorium, that we should both be here now. And yet, I feel more accepting of my fate. No, it is not fair. Not at all. But for the sake of my family, for the sake of art. Art is alive. It must be able to speak from beyond history and echo in the future, not perish into oblivion. This opportunity, I must do this.
Alright, anything else? Another one.
Now, those lame FBI black hats at Mockingbird back in the day, I enjoyed schooling them. But maybe I went in too hard on this poor counselor. She was cute, and just going down a checklist after all. Couldn't expect her to see how ridiculous Zero D's ambitions are. God's own budget thrown at a kid playing with a hologram sculptor? Palms up, honey. I'm just calling it like it is. Hey, look, Mom, I'm making nature. Now, if nature is so important, why not let nature take its course? Extinction? That's natural. Zero Dawn? No, ma'am, that ain't. Heck, it's so unnatural to be called an abomination back home, and you know it. That's why you're hiding it. Meanwhile, my little honey of a counselor, she's munching the inside of her cheek. Bad habit. She chewed one of her nails, too, just one. Not your day, was it, little sweet pea? Saw her quota slipping away. Said, I assume you intend to decline the assignment, Mr. Tate. You kidding me? 18 months hard labor in exchange for 30 years lounging around Elysium watching porn? Sign me up.
Is that it? Oh, I don't really need all that stuff anyway.
Is there another route?
I've done this before. Just need my focus.
Oh, good thing you have it then. What do I have that can drop so I can pick something up? Yeah, drop one of that. I've got loads of that. And I guess I might as well take this in case I run into more of these guys. Just in case. So that door's locked. Code Nexus.
Here we go. Another one of these. Need to find the right configuration.
The right configuration. See, what's that? Fire striker. Okay, it's just a weapon. Code Nexus, and then you got this.
Hey, I'm done with Brett's incompetence, okay? Somehow, he managed to install an H-emitter node backwards. Everything's in reverse. I don't get paid to clean up Brett's messes. If you want it fixed, send him up to storage for a new emitter, not me. Parker out.
That was it? Okay, I'm just gonna head back a second because I remembered the previous area I was in, there was like a ladder to go up. But I didn't go up, so I'm just gonna head back and see if there's anything up there, because there was a ladder to get up there. And I think there is stuff up there, so I'm just gonna go up there real quick. Yeah, there's